It's time for more pain. It's been about a week since the last episode, and I do apologize for that. I've just been working on fixing some things up in the setup, but we are finally back, and the journey continues. Today, we're going to be trying to take on New Londo Ruins. Emphasis on the word trying. Last time we took out Nito, which means that the catacombs and all that is over with, which I am so happy about. In all of my playthroughs of Dark Souls, the catacombs is the place that I look forward to the least. You'd think it would be Lost Izalith, but Lost Izalith really isn't that bad. It's just a bit of chaos that sucks there. Unfortunately, our good friend has finally gone hollow, so it's time to take this boy out. Oh man, yeah, I can tell it's been a bit since I played this game on K-BAM. Slowly but surely it'll come back to me. Oh, I also forgot to mention, since the last episode, you guys have probably noticed a difference in terms of just like the overall frame rate. And yeah, between then and now, I started recording my videos in 60 FPS, and I also started using a new mic, so everything probably looks and sounds a lot better today. Anyways, we already snagged the 2 transient curses from this thing here, so I already have those in my inventory, and we will definitely be needing those. All right, the ghosties are starting to spawn in. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna pop the transient curse immediately. Oh my gosh, they're already doing that thing where they like grab you and stab you. Come on, man. Though I really don't want this place to be annoying. Normally this place isn't annoying, so you know, I don't want today to be the day where, you know, it decides to be annoying. I'm not gonna worry too much about like looting this place up 100%. I'm just gonna get through here, defeat all the enemies, because this really isn't a place that you want to try to just run through. Like, yeah, you can do that, but man, when you get like a dozen ghosts after you all at once, it can be just a bit much. Go ahead and pick up the parrying dagger. Not like I'll really need it, but you know, it's that inner like, you know, efficient looter in me, right? You know, like if I see an item on the ground, even though I don't need it, I might as well grab it anyway. Pick up the large soul of a nameless soldier, because we are still trying to level up our strength so we can at least like one-hand Black Knight Greatsword by the end of the game, so then we're able to parry Gwen into oblivion. Now at this point, I'm just trying to find, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So first things first. Oh no, I missed that. Okay, yeah, so every time that she gets the scream, she gets to like summon in more of her ghosty friends, which is not good for us, but again, they're really not a big deal, so I ain't worried about it. I just wanted to climb up this ladder, so then we're able, oh, okay, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be climbing this ladder. You know what, I'm actually gonna go ahead and drop down. We're gonna dodge out of the way, first things first, and then we're gonna S this up, then we're gonna take on the ghosties. That's what I was saying before. You can run through this area, but you probably shouldn't. Anywho, I just wanted to find this guy, so then I can get the key. Now we have the key to the seal. You know, I'm glad that these transient curses last as long as they do. You know, if this was like Dark Souls 2, you know for a fact the transient curse would be something so annoying to where you'd have to pop it, and then like every 30 seconds or after every like 2 or 3 ghost kills, you'd have to use it again. But like, thankfully in this game, you pop it once, you're good for a while. Now we can open up this door using the key to the seal, and then we can turn this lever, which will drain the place, which opens up access to the lower area where we can go find the 4 kings. Right out there is also the Valley of the Drakes, which honestly, in most of my playthroughs, I don't end up going there. Like, you know, I'll kind of run through there just it just as like a shortcut type of area, but otherwise, I don't ever really go there. There's just not really any reason to. Unfortunately, our first transient curse has finally run out, but again, it took so long to do that I honestly can't even be mad. So we'll go ahead and use this. I wasn't expecting this place to be too bad on K-BAM, and yeah, it really hasn't been that bad so far. I mean, granted, there is still some slight annoyances just with like not having my full 360 degrees of movement as always, but otherwise, it could be a lot worse. It could be Sen's Fortress. That place was a doozy. I didn't mean to do that, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that happened. You may be wondering how or why I'm glad that happened. That's simply because it makes things a bit easier on my end, you know? I'm just run down here, take the shortcut quick down to the 4 kings. We're just gonna, like, run straight to it. While I'm thinking of it, I'm also gonna go ahead and say screw it. We're just gonna throw in all of Havel's gear now. I'll keep Havel's ring on for a moment until we get a bit closer, and then I'll switch it out to the ring. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it now, you know? Lord knows I'll already be, like, fat rolling as it is, so we'll just go ahead and put on the Covenant of Artorias. Oh, yeah. Look at that meaty fat roll. Everybody do the flop. Ugh. Unfortunately, we are all out of transient curses, and we didn't pick any more up, so hopefully we don't get snagged up by any ghosts. I don't think that'll be a big deal, though, but anyway, the shortcut that I usually take is I just run right over here, drop down on the pillar right there, drop down here, and now we are on our way to the boss. Got the large soul of a proud knight, could always use that. Somehow, I managed to straight up fat roll past his blade, run up these stairs, try to dodge past this guy, go out the door to the left. Now we're at the fog wall. Thank God for iframes on fog walls. And now I try to run down here just a little bit just to be safe at first, and then well, I guess we'll just say skirt and go for it. Hopefully I don't hit any of the pillars on the way down, which unfortunately I did, so we're gonna go ahead and S this up twice just to be safe. then drop down again, and now I shouldn't hit anything else on the way down, and we do have the ring on, which means we'll be able to land safely. And now the Four Kings boss can begin. As you all probably know at this point, this boss literally is a war of attrition, so there's literally nothing that I'm gonna... Oh, wait. See, that's one thing that I hate about this area. It really messes with, like, my depth perception. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna be tanking this boss. You know, it's really not a hard fight at all, and especially since I'm in Havel's armor, I don't really have much of a choice, so I'm just gonna be taking the hits, S this up when I can. Even when it does the move that it just did where it like grabs me up, like as you can see, my health bar is still fine. So we're just gonna take the hits, still got 4 S or 15 S's to go. 4 S's, what am I talking about? I got 15 S's to go. Run up to this guy, do a couple of heavy attacks, do some quick attacks, and yeah, this fight will be over in no time. Most of the endgame bosses are like really easy compared to everything. I mean, honestly, for me at this point, since I've beaten this game so many times, most of the bosses are really easy for me, even on this control scheme, but still, like the endgame bosses for me, even during my first playthrough, were just so much easier than even the things at the beginning of the game. In terms of difficulty, I want to say like O and S was like the only boss where I was like truly stumped in this game. Like, and Dark Souls 1 was my first Souls game, so yeah, you know, O and S, I was like truly stumped on him for a while. I believe it took me like almost 12 hours to get that boss down, but after that, I wasn't truly stumped on a boss again until Dark Souls 3. In Dark Souls 3, I got stuck a number of times just because, I mean, I was still trying to learn the whole dodging thing, because all the Souls games up to that point, most of the combat was based around, you know, just like sword, shield, like you could actually play the game that way, because that's when the combat was a bit more meticulous versus like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring and all that, where it's just, you know, it's like a dodging simulator. Not that there's anything wrong with that inherently, it's just, you know, it's two different styles of gameplay. But anyway, we have our second Lord Soul now with the Four Kings, which means we only have 2 more to go, those being Seath, with I'm actually looking forward to that area. I love the Duke's Archives, but oh, look at that, we also got 4 Humanities, but then we also have Bed of Chaos, which I'll probably be saving for last just so we can be as strong as possible, because that boss sucked. Before we sit here, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a couple of these souls, because we picked up quite a number of them so far. There we go, we got 70,000 souls. We only need 32 strength in order to be able to one-hand the great sword. So let's see, that gets us up to 29, so we'll definitely be able to get there before we get to Gwyn. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna warp back to Firelink Shrine so we can collect our 20 Estus flasks from that bonfire, and then we're gonna go to Anor Londo, and then we're at least gonna get started on the Duke's Archives, or at least get in that general vicinity. We're not gonna be clearing out the entire area today. I'm just curious, if I put Havel's ring back on, am I able to at least get like a medium ring even with all this outrageous equipment? Okay, no, it's just a fat roll regardless. Well, for the time being, I'll go ahead and slap back on our equipment that isn't so outrageous. There we go. I actually have to try a little bit again. I wonder, would my poise or resistance be high enough if I wore Havel's armor and like just like blocked the entire time that I fought Bed of Chaos? Like when she tries to knock me over, would I actually be able to withstand that if I just wore Havel's armor and just blocked and tried to run through it? If so, that boss actually may not be that bad. I've never tried that before though. I never thought I'd see the day, but at the end of this hallway is one of my brethren. I'm sorry to do this, Fangboar. Oh no, he's getting ready to charge me. And the thing is, this one doesn't have a weak spot on. Oh man, I'm taking a lot of damage now. I forgot what life is like without Havel's armor. Alright, well here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna ask this up and then I'm gonna back up. Look, buddy, I really don't want to do this. Oh my gosh, dude. One light attack and a jump attack and he's dead. There's another one of my brethren around this corner. Look, man, I really don't want to do this. Let's just make this as like, you know, as least painful as possible. Just one swipe to the booty. I'm sorry. Hey, look at that. I got another Fangboar help. I don't know why. I just got the most random and ridiculous image in my mind. You guys know like the Mask of the Child and all that, like the stuff that like Pinwheel wears where it's like multiple faces. What if there was one like that for like the Fangboar helm where it's like a dual wield Fangboar? Like, I don't even know how that would work. That just sounds like something straight out of Saw. Alright, now we're into the Duke's Archives, which again, I actually really like this area, so I'm pretty pumped for this. Look at this big, lovable goofball in the corner. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't want to hurt you. I feel bad every time I hurt these things. They look so lovable. How did I die to like one of the easiest enemies in the game? You know what? I think I should just wait until next episode to take this place on. That's the one thing about Havel's armor. You wear it for too long, you start playing stupid. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreon and channel members. Thank you to all in the low ball tier, and a big shout out, thank you to all in the mid ball tier, Metal Last, me, Daddy, many of the big shout out, thank you to all in the G tier, Ron Events, Some Cheese Code. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.